Hello, hello. It is week 3, and we're gonna go in accordance to the CAD calendar, and we can see that we're going to be going over section 4, which is sketch tools. You guys have already been introduced to sketch tools, but this section just goes a little bit more in detail about the options available to you guys when you guys are making a sketch in SolidWorks. So the practice part this week is available on Blackboard, and is this stop sign right here, which should get us using some of those sketch tools. As always, I'm going to go along and create this part with you. So let's get started. I've got the part right here, but I'm going to make it from scratch. So file new, part, and then we're going to go back to this, and I'm going to start with this octagon right here. So I'm going to start a sketch. I'm going to start it on the front plane. Going to go to the polygon tool. I just made the part, so it's already at 8. It's probably going to be at 6. So just update it, and then I'm going to keep it inscribed. The circle inscribed, you can kind of see right down here what that's talking about. We're going to keep the circle inscribed, and then I'm going to start it right on the origin, just kind of draw it out. And then to get this thing kind of straightened out, I'm going to make this line horizontal, and then give this a diameter of 750, which we can see right here. Next up, we're going to extrude this out 2 millimeters. We should be good on that, and that shouldn't be anything new. So we got this real thin sheet now, and I'm going to start a sketch on this front plane so we can add this text. So I'm on this front plane. We can see this text is on this center line right here. So I'm going to go ahead and make that center line. Go ahead and make that. And then I'm going to add the text, and we've got the information about the text here. So we've got the text. It's curved. It's going to follow this line right here. Here's the text. It's full justify on the center line. And now let's get into these font settings. So we're not going to use the document font. We're going to go in here and change it. So let's get the font itself. It's this monospec 821. 821. And then for height, we are going to have it as 250 millimeters. We can change that, 250. There we go. And then we're going to accept that. That looks right. And then we are currently underdefined, so we can't really define the text, but we can define the center line a little bit. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of more information where it is. I'm going to do that and that right there, and that should make it fully defined. Yep, good to go. And now we're going to extrude cut this text 1 millimeter in. So features, extruded cut, and we're going to make it 1 millimeter. And we can see we've got this real thin cut into this octagon. So next thing to do is create the pole it's standing on. It's going to be about 2 meters high, and we can see that it's going to be 75 in length. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start the sketch on the back. So I'm going to go normal to it, and then I'm just going to draw a corner rectangle, get the general shape of it, and then we'll start to dimension it. So I believe we said it was 75. We can see that right here. And this edge is going to be 337.5. So that's going to be 337.5. Great. And then this from here to here is going to be 2,000. Get it to 2 meters. And everything's looking good. We're currently underdefined. This line right here, I'm just going to make it coincident with the origin. So it's kind of locked into place, and we're going to make it fully defined. And last thing to do is we're going to extrude it out 50 millimeters. And we're going to do 50, 50. And it's looking good. We're going to check this, so we're going to set the material. We got this 1060 alloy, which is aluminum. So we're going to edit the material. Go to aluminum alloys, and 1060 is the very first one. Apply that, close it out, and now we can check our mass, 2257483. Evaluate mass properties, 2257483. So, done this right. We use the polygon tool, use some center lines, gotcha, creating sketches on different faces and whatnot. Should be a pretty simple part. That's all we got for you. Thanks, guys.